Such a pleasure to be here. It's a really exciting time in medicine, Maria.
It sure is, and we want to zero in on how AI is impacting healthcare in general. First, start off 30,000 feet. What are you seeing already? What has been done already in terms of AI and its impact on healthcare?
Well, it's early days, Maria, but it's very, very exciting. Historically, healthcare has been somewhat slow to adopt new technologies, and we are seeing the exact opposite with AI, especially generative AI and the latest technologies that you're seeing in these large language models. There's some recent research that suggests that we're adopting this technology about 2 times as fast as any other industry in the American economy. So we are seeing the impact across the full spectrum of both discovery, the research, bringing new medicines and treatments out of the laboratory, and in delivery, making sure that every American has affordable, accessible, safe, high-quality care with the physician and provider workforce that we've got.
So how is it happening specifically? I mean, we wanted to understand how AI is impacting early cancer detection and other diseases. Can you walk us through specifically what you're doing with AI?
Yeah, so in the cancer space specifically, the power of these models is really around pattern recognition. If you can imagine a skilled and experienced physician over the course of their career seeing many different permutations of a different presentation of cancer, whether they're reading scans to detect it or taking patients through treatment. And what artificial intelligence allows us to do is condense many decades of individual physician experience into a single model that enhances our ability to do detection and treatment. Some specific examples, recently we've seen a phenomenal study come out that allowed us to take a look at CT scans of patients with pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer is deadly notoriously because it's so difficult to detect early. And in this study, researchers were able to identify signs of pancreatic cancer up to 16 months ahead of human readers. And so that's an example of where this technology is going to allow us to detect cancers earlier. And earlier detection always allows us more treatment options. There are also massive advances in the lab with respect to drug development. The Nobel Prize in 2024 in chemistry went to the teams that were able to model protein folding using advanced artificial intelligence. And that ability to model protein folding in the lab, because at the end of the day, many cancer treatments are around figuring out which molecule binds to the right protein for a given cancer. Dramatically speeds up drug development because we can do a lot of testing in silico or in the computer system without having to go to a wet lab as early as we historically have. So we're seeing advances across the board here in the discovery space. What remains to be seen is the delivery side. We've got to be able to take those discoveries out of the lab and translate them to real care for everyday Americans.
Yeah, I mean, this is so fascinating. And Dr. Najjar, I think at this point, there's no longer a debate on whether AI works, but more so around humans versus the machine. So you are an oncologist at Johns Hopkins. Tell us the way you've transformed, the way you treat cancer patients, and the way you advise patients in getting the necessary medical testings, because we know that humans are still in control, right?
That's right, Maria. And I would back up a little bit to say that we know that this technology has enormous promise, and we absolutely need to move full speed ahead to bring this promise to our patients in the clinic. But it is still very early days. There is very limited evidence, and when I say evidence, I mean robust peer-reviewed evidence that's published in scientific journals of the impact of AI in real-world patient care. You know, that example of detecting pancreatic cancer early, that was in a study, a trial protocol. And so an enormous amount of work exists to be able to prove this technology out and see what its impact is in the clinic. Where we are deploying it, where we are seeing impact, and I'll give you an example from my own clinic, is in the use of so-called AI scribes. Many of us who went to a doctor's office, over the past decade or so, after the advent of the electronic health record, the scene of a physician sitting at their computer typing away, looking at a computer screen instead of looking at the patient was an all too common occurrence. And with the advent of AI scribes, that physician can now have that visit be prepped. Those systems can read the medical record and organize the information, so a physician can walk into a clinic visit with more information about the patient. And then during the visit, we can actually sit and look at the patient and really focus on the patient and have the AI scribe listening in the background and writing that note for us. Those are the kinds of examples that we're seeing deployed today.
It's incredible because you're already seeing the longevity of people, a person's lifespan get impacted, as you just noted, right?
So it's, again, too early to say. I think that's too strong a claim to be supported by existing evidence that AI is actually prolonging folks' lifespans today.
Okay.
We're all optimistic that that's what's going to happen, and we're working very, very hard to prove that out and deliver the technology safely so we can achieve that aim.
Yes. All right. Well, Dr. Najjar, we're watching your work carefully and closely, and we so appreciate all of your leadership on this. Please come back soon. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much, Maria. It's a pleasure.
All right. Dr. Peter A. Najjar, Johns Hopkins. We'll be right back. Stay with us.